2019, the year for solutions. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com and earthshiftproducts.com. Okay, so let's get into that. 2019, the year for solutions. Well, if you need a solution, remember that must mean you also have a problem. Remember the simple triad of problem, reaction, solution. Remember that one? Okay, so 2019 now is a really, as you can see, needs a lot of solutions. And maybe not only the government, the people fighting, all different types of things about poisons in your food, to just the politics, all the different stuff, okay? But solutions for you, remember, means that you're going to go ahead and have to really start to dig here, because remember, if you have a problem, that means you have a reaction, and then that means you get, well, if you're smart, reasonable and logical, you get a solution, and or many solutions from that solution. So some of the solutions of 2019, first you have to see the problem. Remember, do you have a problem in your water supply, in toxicity that is living in your house, unknown? Maybe it's in your water, maybe it's in your laundry detergent, maybe it's in your toothpaste. Let's see, it could be in your perfumes, could be in, well, just your carpet. Endocrine disruptors, phthalates, petroleum chemicals, pharmaceuticals. Remember, if you're taking a pharmaceutical, that means you have a problem, and the pharmaceutical is supposed to be the solution, but it's really not a solution. It's just sort of like a Band-Aid maybe, and or something to cover the symptom that, well, just because my car's not running doesn't mean that it's because of the gasoline. Doesn't mean it's because of, well, it could be one of many things. But just because it's not running is the big question, or it's making a noise. What is that? Same as your body. See, the body is a fantastic machine, and it's really intelligent and really smart. Okay, all you have to do is, like we've said in many videos, okay, is give it what it needs and take away what it doesn't. So we just gave you some ideas on, you know, 'tis the season. 'Tis the season for what? For joy? No, to take care of yourself. And we've just did another video also on New Year's, you can call them resolutions, but I give them sort of like ideas and maybe some choices that you may want to have in your New Year resolution. And that means every day, not just 2 weeks. Yeah, so the average person, they say, drops off on all their New Year's resolutions. The diehards can last usually till mid-February. That's it. So remember, New Year's resolution is solutions. This is the year for solutions, and there are lots of problems, so it looks like we're going to need many different types of solutions. So remember, the solution can come from just, well, looking into the problems that you don't even know you have. Like I said, it could be in your food, could be in your water, could be sprayed in your air. Could be to be able to have solutions is just to navigate. Just to navigate. Forget about try to Band-Aid or to try to cure, but just to navigate, because you need to get out of its way. Remember, simple solutions for a lot of people that are feeling sick is maybe to look into, remember, it's not just genetically modified foods, it's not just fluoride in your water, it's not just mercury fillings in your mouth, it's not just using, you know, perfumes with hundreds of chemicals, or smoking cigarettes full of glyphosate and insecticides and pesticides, and of course herbicides. That's what glyphosate is. So remember, these things are in our body, so what do? Stop putting them in, but you first have to figure out where to go ahead and find them. So we've done lots of videos on Earther Academy. Remember, it's booby traps. Where do the booby traps? Booby traps are, you know, just like a, sort of like putting a piece of cheese for a rat, and the rat takes the cheese. Well, the booby trap in human sort of theme is that, well, you didn't see it coming. and you took the cheese and you got what you deserved, is because why? Well, maybe you were not all knowing as you thought. So the solutions for 2019, most of it is up here, guys. You have to know that there's lots of problems. Look around and look at the people. Are the people sick? Yes, they are. Okay. Do you have problems sleeping? Again, remember, it's not just in your food, it's in your air. You got to find solutions on cutting down your transmission of wireless technology. And that includes anything that flies through the air, including your doorbell bell that's wireless. So think about it. Problem, reaction, simple solution. This is what we preach, or I preach, at the Earther Academy, and try to do a lot of stuff on videos on Earther Academy YouTube. But we can only say so much there. But protocols, practices, and principles that you may want to try, and there's over 50 departments. Remember, there's solutions if you have maybe losing your hair. There are solutions. May not be the cure for you, but there are solutions. Dry in here. I have my window shut because this car is noisy with the big truck wheels. Okay, let's say you got skin problems, you got pimples, you have body fat. Remember, learn the parasite levels. Learn the parasite as what you can call, protocols. How to be able to, dissolve, wash out, and renutrify your body without the creatures that live inside the dark, deep body. So, a lot of parasites, okay, that we find out that we have only when we start fasting. So, watch our fasting category. And once you go through some of the minimal debris evacuation, then you get into some of the deeper layers of using many different therapies to be able to see if you can now get at the parasites, because there's not any food in your intestinal tract. So in order for many intestinal parasite, not cleanses, but therapies to be effective, you have to get all the debris out of the belly. And you do need a lot of conductive minerals. Yes, you do. That's the biggest problem I see too, is most people are toxic with all different types of herbicides, all different types of things that are in their food, but what I see is people not being conductive in minerals. They don't have any mineralization, especially if you're not, having enough conductive minerals, which are what? Salt, okay, the magnesium trace minerals. These are conductive minerals. Your body's salt water. It's 18 gallons of salt water. They don't put fresh water in your veins when you go to the hospital. Okay, remember, it's saline solution, Ringer's solution. Okay, it's a very low percentage of salt, sodiums. So you do need, I like to go ahead and put in, out of the 12 glasses, 16 to 18 ounce glass water of distilled water, I'll add to maybe 3 or 4 of those glasses of 20 drops of the magnesium. This is just a simple biological hack. You have low minerals, well, you need to get them mostly in your food, but I get a lot of them through my skin, so follow the skin cleaning protocols. You can do what's called transdermal mineral, okay, absorption. You put on your skin certain minerals and rub them in once you've done the skin cleaning protocols, and that's using alcohol, but not just any alcohol, and I'll show you how to put that together. It's very simple, but that'll change your life, just changing your skin on how it breathes. Your skin does breathe. Remember, it's the largest organ. It is a detox organ. It needs to be cleansed, not just washed on the outside. The pores need to be cleansed. So simple solutions. If you have skin problems, obesity, like I said, if you just don't feel good, well, it's probably because you, like I said, have a variety of different conditions that you may want to look into, like I said, the terrain modification departments. So I'm going to exercise right now. I just had an orange. I just did a tip of the day, how I eat an orange. Okay, wow. And how do I eat my food? Pretty much the same way, but oranges are really smart when they're seeded. And I use the peels because I like to make tea, orange peel tea. Those peels, especially if they're clean, okay, they come off my trees, so I know where they come from. But this makes beautiful tea for parasite tea. It's got all different polyphenols in it and all different beautiful things that are hiding in the skin, which is the medicinal part. And the seeds are, in most fruits, are the pharmaceutical part. That's the part that's got all the life force. That's the part that's got all the architectural blueprint in it. Sort of like an egg. You know, eggs are so nutritious. Watch our videos on the miracles of fertile eggs. Why? Is because if you're trying to rebuild, reset, and renew yourself, guys, plants is going to go ahead and help you detox. But you do need conductive minerals, and you do need some of the building blocks like lecithin. And look at the nutrients in an egg. What a miracle. Remember, in 6 days, there's nothing but protoplasmic. There's nothing, it's just protoplasm. On the 7th day, it gets a heart. Okay, and then 14 days after that, with just the ingredients in the yolk, it has all the nutrients, all the remember, how does that magical bird with feathers and everything come out of the egg in 14 days? It's because that egg has all that stuff in there that'll make that bird. Think about that. Okay, everything that's in that egg yolk and fed by the protein, okay, the egg yolk is going to turn into the creature. Okay, and of course, what is it? A chicken, a bird. Okay, how about a fish? Remember, anything that comes from an egg, okay, has a lot of power in it. It has all the nucleotides in it. It has all of the DNA and genetic material inside it, and all the building blocks of what it needs to build it inside itself. So solutions, again, are to be able to, you know, again, what solution do you need? Well, if you're overweight, you're most likely you're toxic, but also thyroid is insufficient in its fuel. So follow the thyroid protocols we have at Earther Academy. And let's say, well, you got toe fungus. Okay, there's lots of fungus among us. Remember, yeast, mold, fungus, and candida is body fat and feeds on sugar, but what does toe fungus feed on? Well, who cares? All you got to do is kill it. And there's different protocols that you can do. The hands and feet need to be cleansed, is because they're really toxic with all different types of plastics and heavy metals and all different types of compounds, oxalates and so forth, that clog up the tubules called the capillaries, which make our blood flow around from our hands to our feet. So, you know, solutions for 2019. Guys, there's a heck of a lot. I won't say a hell of a lot, because it's all heaven of a lot. It's all good stuff. It's not a hell of a lot. No. It's a heaven of a lot of good stuff for you to learn. Okay, for you to practice. And once you learn it, share it. Remember, everybody's in need. I see a lot of people. I'm going to the city right now. All I see is a lot of sick people, a lot of obese people, the children. Okay, a lot of people on their telephones. Again, reduce your exposure. Feel like a daddy sometimes. You know, and these are just the things I see. If you want to live a more thriving life, then what you have to do is you have to go back to, well, from which we all came from, nature, and get away from a lot of the artificial ways of life. Of course, the artificial ways of life do serve its purpose, but then again, they can take your purpose away from you too. Remember and know that everything on this planet, this plane, this beautiful place we live on, is nothing more than an intelligent design. Okay, the birds, the bees, the whales, the snails, and everything that you see with your eyes that are called plants, or things just flying in the air, swimming in the water. They're all things that have a divine intelligence to them. I'm looking at all the flowers, all the ferns as I'm driving, the coconut trees, the mango trees, geez, big vines, and yeah. It all has a software program, and it all comes from, again, the nutrient seed. The seed is a miracle. Okay, this is one of the solutions, is to be able to really see the miracle, but you got to get out in nature. So that's another solution, okay, that you're going to see. Problem, reaction, solution. Problem is you're sitting in a chair 10 hours a day, surrounded by Wi-Fi, all different types of Bluetooth wireless technology, and you need a rest, okay? You need a rest from all that stuff. So anyways, guys, I'm just here to see if we can get inspired, okay, to be able to take the first step, baby steps. Watch that video. Taking your first steps, your baby steps in your journey. So lots of videos. that basically you don't even have to change your diet with. So that's a good thing. And of course, if you want to dig deeper, well, then what you do is you go to Earther Academy and we all learn together. Okay, so it's the only place I can share things that I know that may change your life. And of course, I'm not your doctor. No, this is an experiment. You're just going to go ahead and, remember, investigate everything before you do anything, and don't believe anything that you hear unless you've heard others that have done it before you. Then your risk level is very low. Okay, guys, we'll see you, and do something this year. Do something. Remember, take your first step. Solutionize. Okay, 2019 is the year for solutions. Soluciones in español. Okay, so, okay, try to see if you can, you know, really, like I said, take a real hard look in the mirror and look and see your situation from an outsider's point of view and see if you like what you see, and or do you see what you cannot see, is because now you're out of your head and looking at your living arrangements, just looking at your, I don't know, maybe your household, looking at your body in the mirror. So anyways, there's solutions for everything, guys, so don't get depressed, and we'll see you on the next video. Aloha. Just driving into Hilo here. There we go. It's a nice day today, so lots of people. All right, aloha.